On 24 November 1996, Carnival Cruise Line's ship the Carnival Destiny sailed into Miami for the very first time. At 101,353 gross tons, she became the largest passenger ship in the world, eclipsing the mighty Queen Elizabeth in terms of internal volume. Carnival Destiny proved to be a critical ship because it proved that the 100,000-ton barrier could be broken and still make a profit. As such, the floodgates were now open to build larger and greater ships. But how did we get here to ships the size of cities? I'm Chris Frame, the Maritime historian, and thanks for joining me to look at how cruise ships got so big. The title of the world's largest passenger ship has been held by a cruise ship for a relatively short time. Until 1996, no cruise ship had ever surpassed an ocean liner in terms of size. The largest passenger ship ever built until then was the RMS Queen Elizabeth, which had a gross registered tonnage of 83,673. She was 1,031 feet or 314 meters long and was designed to undertake transatlantic services alongside her sister ship, the RMS Queen Mary. The ocean liner SS France entered service in 1962 and was 4 feet longer than Queen Elizabeth, making her the longest passenger ship in the world at the time. I should note that SS France was later converted into the SS Norway to cruise for Norwegian Cruise Line. As a Norway, she maintained the title as the world's longest passenger ship, and it wasn't until 2004 that she finally lost this crown. It wasn't until 1996 that a cruise ship finally challenged the ocean liners in terms of size and scale. On 24 November 1996, Carnival Cruise Line's ship the Carnival Destiny sailed into Miami for the very first time. At 101,353 gross tons, she became the largest passenger ship in the world, eclipsing the mighty Queen Elizabeth in terms of internal volume. The ship wasn't as long as the SS France, however, measuring 893 feet or 272 meters. She still sails today as the Carnival Sunshine and holds a special place in the history books as the first ship to exceed 100,000 gross tons. Carnival Destiny proved to be a critical ship because it proved that the 100,000-ton barrier could be broken and still make a profit. Her reign as the largest passenger ship in the world was short-lived. On 27 May 1998, the Grand Princess eclipsed her in size with a gross tonnage of 109,000. She held the title for just over a year. At 951 feet or 219 meters long, she too was shorter than the SS France, but she upscaled Princess Cruises' offering, providing more amenities for passengers, and started a class of cruise ships that still remains popular to this day. Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas took the title on 29 October 1999. This ship was noticeably larger with a gross tonnage of 137,276 and a length of 1,020 feet or 311 meters, just shorter than the SS France. She lost the title of the world's largest cruise ship to another Voyager Class cruise ship, the Explorer of the Seas, which entered service in September 2000. Explorer of the Seas was ever so slightly larger in internal volume, with a gross tonnage of 137,381. At this point, we should note that gross tonnage and gross register tonnage are both measurements of internal volume. Gross register tonnage is an older imperial measurement, used by the United Kingdom and the British Empire, while gross tonnage is a modern metric measurement. These measurements display the ship's internal volume, not its actual weight. On 18 November 2002, another Voyager Class cruise ship, the Navigator of the Seas, took the title with a gross tonnage of 139,999. Then in 2004, Cunard introduced the remarkable RMS Queen Mary II, which was a significant step up in size and scale. As an ocean liner, she had a gross tonnage of 151,400, and at 1,132 feet or 345 meters long, her dimensions beat that of SS France's. The Queen Mary II is also unique on this list, in that she is the only ocean liner in service and holds the special distinction of being the first and only ocean liner built in the 21st century. A huge thank you to our fantastic channel members whose support helps make these videos possible. You can join the crew and see your name appear on future videos by following the link in the description below. Royal Caribbean regained the title in 2006 when the Freedom of the Seas entered service on 24 April. This Freedom-class cruise ship had a gross tonnage of 154,407, just eclipsing the Queen Mary 2. Her dimensions were less than Queen Mary 2's, with a length of 1,111 feet. Another Freedom-class ship, the Liberty of the Seas, entered service in May 2007, and at 155,889 gross tons, she took the title from her sister ship. Things really scaled up when Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas took the crown. This ship had a gross tonnage of 225,282 and a length of 1,180 feet or 360 meters. She was even longer than the RMS Queen Mary 2 and much larger in terms of internal volume. She held the title until 2016 when Harmony of the Seas, another Oasis Class cruise ship, eclipsed her. Harmony of the Seas' gross tonnage was 226,963, and at 1,188 feet or 362 meters, she was even longer than her fleetmate. The Symphony of the Seas is another Oasis Class ship which eclipsed Harmony of the Seas in 2018 with a gross tonnage of 228,081. Then in 2022, the Wonder of the Seas took the title, and yes, she is another Oasis Class cruise ship. Her gross tonnage is 236,857, and she's 1,187.5 feet, or 362 meters long. In 2023, things got even bigger again, when the Royal Caribbean introduced the Icon of the Seas, the first of the Icon class of cruise ships. At 248,663 gross tons, and with a length of 1,196.7 feet, or 364 meters, this ship looks absolutely enormous, and when you compare it to the Carnival Destiny at 101,353 gross tons, you can see just how much things have grown over the last few decades. It's remarkable to think that Carnival Destiny has been so greatly eclipsed in such a relatively short period of time. And the Icon of the Seas isn't the largest of the cruise ships. In fact, her new sister, the Star of the Seas, which entered service in 2025, has a gross tonnage of 250,800 due to internal enhancements, which has increased her internal volume. She was built at the Meyer Turku yards in Finland and currently holds the title of the world's largest passenger ship. This video was brought to you by me and my new book, The Evolution of the Passenger Ship. In it, we've brought years of research together to create a book that takes you on a journey from the earliest sailing ships all the way through to the modern cruise behemoths that we see today. The Evolution of the Passenger Ship is available at all good bookshops, and by buying a copy, you help us, which supports the channel. Thanks so much, and now back to the video. Recently, Royal Caribbean has announced its intention to build not one but two more gigantic cruise ships, due to enter service in 2027. They're not only committing to the fourth in the Icon class, the world's largest class of cruise ships, but they're also intending to build a seventh Oasis Class ship. The new Icon class ship, due to enter service in 2027, will be 250,000 gross tons, making her the largest Icon class yet. She will join the Icon of the Seas, the Star of the Seas, and the still under construction third Icon class ship, which is also due to enter service in 2026. There are 6 ships planned in this class, and this fourth order shows that Royal Caribbean is happy with the design. Just in case you're wondering if you've ever wanted to build one of these ships for yourself, the cost is about 1.74 billion euros. The scale of modern cruise ships make ocean liners of old seem small, but the liners can still claim a number of impressive superlatives, including being both stronger and faster than cruise ships. Check out the video all about that in the info card. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this video interesting. If you'd like to see more ship history and cruising content, please make sure you subscribe. As always, a huge thank you to our fantastic channel members whose support helps make these videos possible. You can join the crew and see your name appear on future videos by following the link in the description below. For even more interesting maritime history, don't forget to check out my Substack, The Maritime Historian, full of exclusive articles. And until next time, I hope to see you on board.